Okay. Luckily he ran back. And he does get petrified, but... Yeah, see, those are the tentacles I was mentioning before. And unfortunately, the Great Morble, with their AI, is not going to be using that whatsoever. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wiz, and welcome back for another FFT AI battle. So, on top, we have Melissa's new team, which is Status Annoyance version 2. And then on bottom, we have Skadi's team, the Eternal Samurais. Yeah, so real life sisters fighting it out. So yeah, version 2, we'll introduce them, and I'll make a comment about this team in particular, because there are a couple things I noticed with errors that I didn't check until I saw this. But yeah, let me introduce the units for Melissa's team. We have Annoy the Thief, Despair the Priest, Lobby of the Knight, and Plague the Great Morble. Now for Scotty's team, Eternal Samurais, we have Takako the Samurai, Date Masamune the Samurai, Ayumi the Mime, and Asura the Mime. And I have to make this adjustment right now. And I keep on forgetting about it. So the Crystal Shield is technically Chapter 4 equipment. So I have to actually swap it out with the next best available shield, which is the Diamond Shield, I believe. Yes. So swap this out with the Diamond Shield. It's 6% evasion. It's not that big of a deal. But then the couple other changes I had to make this team, Melissa, is... So the Knight, I gave her 5 extra points of faith. So she originally had 55. I gave her 5 points to 60 because I guess the team totals were too low. You needed to have at least 220 minimum faith amongst all of your units. You had 215, so I gave her 5 points. The other thing, too, I had to make changes. You had 3 people listed with P-Bags. So I gave your Priest a Wizard Staff instead to substitute that out. Now, I will say one thing. As much as I like Great Morbles, they're a little bit slower. They have a lot of HP, but the main problem with them, and this is from the 2013 tournament I did over 10 years ago, Bad Bracelet, the way it's coded in the original game is that the AI only sees it as a way of canceling status. So the only conceivable way in which Bad Bracelet would be used is if you were going to cure the frog status. Because if you cast frog onto a frogged unit, they'll turn back into a human. So unfortunately, the AI will not be using Bad Bracelet whatsoever. They'll just be tentacle slapping the entire time. And since it's based on Brave, the tentacle slaps are going to be... He's going to be hitting like a wet noodle, quite literally. But yeah, that's just the way that goes, unfortunately. But yeah, other than that, we'll get right to it. The Diamond Shields, and as opposed to Crystal Shields, giving her a Wizard Staff. Her having 5 more faith, and then unfortunately this Great Morble will just be hitting like a wet noodle. So let's get right to it then. And while this is going on, let me I'll harp on about it in subsequent videos too, but I did update my schedule on my Twitch page, so you can go there and see what days in particular I'll be streaming. I'll be posting kind of like the schedules like 2 weeks in advance, so I'll update it every week, so it'll be 2 weeks out, so you can know expecting when to stream and all that stuff. Like I said, my one job is Monday through Friday. I actually have Wednesdays off, but I usually only get 3 days a week. And then my full-time job, it varies. Sometimes I'm there on the weekends. Other times I'm not. I have weird-ass shifts tomorrow, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They have me from 6 to 9, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. But like I said, so my schedule is ultimately going to be based on what happens. It's going to be based on what happens with this, so, or, you know, based on my full-time job, but, alright, so everybody's got 2 points of PA. That Mime will hit pretty hard. I think he's at 15 PA now, so that evasion won't matter. Do remember that this Thief does have, what's it called, MP Switch, so even if she does take some damage, it's not going to be a tremendous amount. As I say that, I meant to say... She has a good chance of dodging, but without the MP switches triggering, 64%, she's going to take some good damage. So this map, the way it's structured right now, they are pretty boxed in. You know, so it's easy for these mimes to charge forward. Yeah, these battle songs, though, definitely going to help out a lot. And unfortunately, with the P-Bags, you're not going to see a tremendous amount of damage. With a 50-50 shot of Paralyze, the question is, are we going to see it? 264, yeah, he's already in critical. Okay. Luckily, he ran back. And he does get petrified, but Yeah, see, those are the tentacles I was mentioning before. And unfortunately, the Great Marble, with their AI, is not going to be using that whatsoever. Now she has a 68% chance of triggering and be switch, much higher odds, but yeah, she's probably going to get healed up here. Oh, the Great Marble will. Okay. Well, that Samurai just needs to get over and just throw a Remedy or Soft. I think she only has Remedy. I might be misremembering. One wave with the random damage, pretty good. Marble's dead, so unfortunately he's not going to be getting... Oh, it's kind of weird. I thought with the Petrify of Body Block, I got that like he'd be a stone statue and they couldn't walk through him, but looks like they are able to in this case. Maybe it's just for enemies, like enemy units that are petrified. You can't walk through them. Alright, well... Yeah, the Cure 4, she does get a heal. 55%, not the highest of odds, but you might see something. So right now, as much as I love the Great Marble, he's just a giant beat stick. Well, he's not even a beat stick, he's just a giant squishy tank, and he's not even a tank at that. 12, yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, because they're kind of squished in here. It's kind of more difficult for them to stay spread out. It makes it 120 damage despite having attack up. You gotta remember, again, it scales off of Brave and it's got a low weapon power. So that's why 176 doesn't seem that high. But here come the Mimics. 112. Alright, this one should kill. Yeah, so 252 collective damage. Priest is right there, but those mimes, once they just get into play, those battle songs have been coming in. It might even just kill her in one shot. It's hard to say. Yeah. See, the tentacles for minimal damage. It's not that good. Mid-charge too. 264. So even though she had defense up, again, the 50% damage bonus, and now it's a permanent 2v4. So, I mean, there's a charm, but charming her way to victory is going to be pretty difficult. For Skadi, that is. Not Skadi. Melissa, excuse me. I got Melissa and Skadi mixed up. But yeah, I just don't see this happening. I feel like Skadi's got this one wrapped up no problem. And just the brute force of just the songs. They're just doing their thing. Yeah. You know, Death Sentence, Mimic Darabon, Charm, Praise, that's all she's got. So she's just purely a status spot, solely relying on Charm. And she should be going for Charm, in my opinion, every single action against these two males, especially the male Mime, because he's probably the biggest heavy hitter. MP switch, okay. They're out of range though, so they can't do anything. Yeah, and look at that, just completely almost one-shotted, but... Alright, so let's go to our next map, and wow, I was mistaken. Mine's have 14 PA. I thought they had 13. Really weird. Okay. Well, let's go to our next map then. This time we're not going to be seeing any, we shouldn't be seeing any songs whatsoever. We might see one application, but that's about it. Outside of that, yeah, I don't really think we're going to be seeing anything all too interesting here. But, yeah, so the mimes, okay, Thief going first, Death Sentence. She does not get it, so it's a waste of a turn. Those mimes are probably just going to do the 1-2. Yep. MP is gone. Actually, her MP wasn't depleted from that female mime, but now she's dead. Yeah, look at that. The triple draw right there. Oh. I'm guessing that, yeah, that's probably just Battle Song, just to make the mime even tankier. And again, with her having a P-Bag, it just doesn't work out here. So it's about status, but it doesn't really matter in the face of these, in the face of this mime. What is he at, 15 or 16 PA? 90? But remember, she's got defense up, so... another punch? That's more like it, and completely one-shotted her back to full health, even at full health. Just the power of songs, man. Absolutely absurd. Oh, nice Mimic Katana swipe. Not too bad. Mime being in good position. Being able to kind of save some AT. Yeah, so minimal damage, like I said, dependent upon Brave, also slow. He's just going to get picked apart, despite his intimidating nature. Yeah, so, just going to see a simple punch. Yep. Just a pool of, it's like a pool of saliva, basically. But, Yeah. So I think the concept is nice, but I think unfortunately, with the nature of the base game, I don't think Gray Morbles are worthy class. I think they're probably one of the. I don't know if they're the weakest, but one of the weakest. I mean, you can just see how they're not threatening at all. They just aren't. Maybe the most they can do is like 100 damage slap, and that's with despite 7 speed. So, but yeah, Stand of Shenanigans. That's what it was called. Excuse me. I just couldn't remember the team name because I don't have all the information immediately available. But we know what the outcome is. Those mimes are going to mimic it, and she should be dead here, right? Yep. Yeah. So what a complete slaughter from Skadi on this end. It just, I again, because it tries to stress status as opposed to damage, I just didn't think it was as successful, this version 2, just because of the nature of Great Mortals. But, yeah, with that being said, congratulations to you, Scotty. You prevail in this best of 2-0. Melissa, I would just say, yeah, swap out the Great Mortal for something else. That's just the way they work in the base game. Unfortunately, they use Bad Bracelet to cancel status, not add it. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys for next video tomorrow. And then yeah, like I said, always check my Twitch page. Go to the schedule section, and you'll see my streams for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, until then, take care until next time.